I'm not going to say what school that was. Moving on. Dubai ruler allocates 5.2 billion for land plots and homes for Emiratis. Big news on the land plot front. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum has approved the allocation of 4,000 new land plots and houses to citizens of Dubai only at a cost of 5.2 billion as part of the first phase of an Emirati housing program. He also raised the limit for interest-free housing loans to 1 million. So that means they can now get interest-free housing loans for 1 million dirham for eligible categories. So it's worth checking out for Emiratis which eligible categories are eligible for that 1 million loan. Sheikh Mohammed said housing and social infrastructure projects actually represent one of the government's highest priorities. He said our housing projects are developed after taking into consideration the needs of the entire family as part of our efforts to create an environment that promotes social welfare and cohesiveness. He also said we'll continue to implement high quality housing projects to provide a decent life to our citizens, which is just incredible.
And along with that, HH Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Deputy Ruler of Dubai and Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, commented the development of a comprehensive housing plan for Dubai citizens over the next 20 years reflects a long-term vision for addressing the aspirations of Emirati families. Our housing development plans not only aim to enhance lifestyle standards by improving the quality of construction and services, but also strengthen social well-being and cohesiveness. That was noted by His Highness, and this follows His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid approving the allocation of 65 billion dirhams to an Emirati housing program in Dubai. Now, the budget will be spent over the next 2 decades to provide quality housing for Emiratis, and the number of citizens benefiting from the housing program will quadruple effective from next year. Really not a bad time to be an Emirati, must say.
No, well, it's just interesting because I think in all countries there is housing schemes.
Yes.
Right. So this is a housing scheme, but because it's Dubai, it's a little bit more magnificent than a housing scheme might be in another country. But to just know that they're putting more money into like the bills, to know that they're better standard, and that the number of people that are going to enjoy this benefit is quadruples in the next year. So that's just really incredible. And the interest-free housing loans is really fantastic as well, because it just helps people get on, the housing ladder without this massive debt behind them, and that's provided by the government. So of course, it's UAE investing back into Emiratis, which I think is just incredible for the people here, and it makes them more proud to be in the UAE. And of course, we see big budgets going everywhere. So we're all just quite lucky to always be here, I would say.
Really, like the amount that the country does for tourists is one thing, like the infrastructure, everything. They keep tourism in mind. They keep people flying in from outside, visitors, expats, residents. But to see them do so much for their own people, for citizens, for Emiratis, making sure that their necessities are met with, and they're given more than, more than they can imagine or more than they can ask for. It's just brilliant. It shows amazing leadership in all fronts.
100%.